You know, my take, Cruel Intentions is actually about the Trump family, and they just left Eric out of it because he's a loser.
Can you imagine what the Trumps must have been like in high school? I don't want to.
Saying that those characters are the Trumps is giving too much credit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For,
Yeah.
like, being that smart and calculating and relevant. I'm sure that they were just pieces of shit that, like, partying.
Yeah.
That was it. Hey, welcome back to the Black and White Cinema Podcast with Kevin Ugie. I'm Kev.
I'm Ugie, and today we watched the 1999 classic Cruel Intentions with both of our baes, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
The Queen, the chosen one. And boy, were those intentions cruel.
Yeah. My intentions weren't that cool when I had us watch this, and I was like, wow. This movie is a bit more intense than I remembered it being.
So this is the first time I've seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's one of those things that, like, everyone talks about, and so I know roughly what it's about, but
yeah,
never seen it. It was a little bit more depraved than I even gave it credit for.
Do you think it was a treat?
It was really good. I did enjoy it. I don't think I would watch it again.
Yeah.
But great, great. There's a reason that this book from the 18th century has been made into a dozen movies and TV shows.
Adaptations.
Yeah, it's a really good story.
Before we get started, I see you have a signed Ken Block hat. Is that?
No, this is Nelson Cruz.
Oh, okay, Nelson Cruz.
Yeah. So this
like the baseball player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Axel and Coley and I went to the Griffey Hall of Fame weekend when they were doing the ceremony and everything, and we lined up and we got there so early that once you get in, you get the free stuff. It's like they're still doing batting practice, and so we just went down to the front, and Nelly was signing autographs.
Sick. This is the opposite person. You're wearing a Ken Block.
KB43, NC23. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't do that part on purpose.
Numerology, if you add the 2 and the 4 together, you get 6. You add the 3 and the 3 together, you get 6.
Whoa.
Yeah, if you add the 6 and 6 together, you get
12.
2.
I mean, just take it down.
Because you're number 1, and I'm your number 2 today.
I think, let us know in the comments if you agree that I'm pretty sure Oogie's the number 1 on this show.
We're both number 1 in America's hearts. Together, we're number 3. And so, I don't know. This is bad. We're going to go on to our regular recurring segment, see what had happened was. So I'm going to describe the movie for all of you to play along with. Accurately, inaccurately, we'll see about it. You let us know in the comments below after I give the clue and see if you can figure out what it is. So, see what had happened was a couple get caught up in a tax scheme. This results in them taking a road trip where they go to some underground gambling, do illegal adoption, and violate HIPAA via shady medical testing. A black guy finds out about this and tries to put a stop to their madness. In the end, the adopted kid crashes out, the bad guys win, but love also wins.
I got nothing, so I'm going to say Logan. Just for the kid crash out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Logan as well. You guys weren't that far off. That's the black guy. It is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Yes, it is.
It is extremely black.
The tax scheme. The couple. You got me with the couple.
Yeah.
Gambling. No, that's perfect. That was great.
There's HEPA in the Galaxy Park.
They test his blood.
Yeah. Like transmitted over the HoloNet.
Yeah.
Galactic HIPAA.
Yeah. It's a HIPAA violation in our world.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, cool.
And the kid crashes out.
I didn't want to spend too much time talking about Anakin because I was just like, I'll give it away.
Yeah, no, that was really good. That's one of the better descriptions of Phantom Menace.
I was like, I wanted to do a Star Wars one for you because I was just like, I got to do one because I got to show you don't know your own fucking favorite movie.
Yeah. No, that was really good.
Yeah, all right. We could get onto the movie data. There's something about Ugie. So the tagline is deliciously evil, wickedly sexy. What more could you ask? I think we could ask for a little bit more.
Yeah, we could ask for a better tagline.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't a good tagline.
If you didn't have the question, if it was deliciously evil, wickedly sexy,
maybe if there's the rule of threes, like something else there, but it's like, I don't even feel like deliciously is in the pen. Wickedly, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like maybe wickedly evil, and I don't know. But also, I think when we gave the description of what a tagline should be, I really think that if you can keep it to one line, that's like also the bonus point that ranks like a good pun, descriptive, or at least give something about the movie that you wouldn't understand at first. And then one line. 2 lines is also okay. But like 3 lines, you're no longer a tagline. You're basically a paragraph. Like, I don't know. Not
My tagline suggestion for this movie is these kids be fucking.
Yeah. All right, we're definitely going to get to that. Let's just wait. So yeah, this was released on March 5th, 99. It has an R rating. It stars Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillippe, Reese Witherspoon. Honorable mentions, we got Selma Blair. That's actually my day from the 90s. I love some Selma Blair. Joshua Jackson, Christine Baranski, Sean Patrick Thomas, and Tara Reid. She has a short little cameo in there. It was directed by Roger Kumble. Never even heard of him. It was written by Pierre-Ambroise François Chandelot de la Soie, who wrote the original novel in 1782. Roger Kumble wrote this version, but there's been a dozen major film and TV adaptations since. Has a Rotten Tomato score of 55 and a popcorn meter of 80%.
I was pretty surprised the tomato meter was that low.
I think this is probably one of the first times that I completely agree with this, because I think this is one of those things. This is one of those movies, like, I think this is more zillennials than like my brother's age, like maybe a few years older than us. Like, yes, all those people, you're around their age, or at least what they're acting on TV, they were all really young. Like, it was a movie. It was like, this was more of a super bad for their generation. And we were just, at least for me, I was just a little bit younger than that. Like, I still laughed at the word sex when this movie came out.
I was 8 when this came out.
Yeah. So I guarantee you, for the people who like this movie, it's like a pure nostalgic trip. The music is pure 90s. I'm not going to say, I feel like the movie gets a good rap for how good the music is. I think they could have done better scoring, honestly. Some of the musical choices, like the sex scene, I was just like, you could have picked a better song for this. I'm going to be doing even though I'm reading out, I guess I got to do the budget score game. So I don't know what it is.
I did the data here. So what do you think the budget for this 1999 film?
They paid a lot of people to be in this movie, and it takes place in New York. At least, I'm not sure. I didn't see if it was filmed on location or not.
I think it was.
Yeah, it looked like they were really in New York. You can see, like, not Madison Square. That was it.
Central Park.
Central Park the entire time. Man, when last week's movie was $30 million.
9 years later.
Yeah.
And there's no explosions in this one.
They had to pay a lot of, like, big coming up stars at the same time. I'm gonna say $25 million.
10.5.
Really?
Yeah.
They must have
Very affordable.
Yep. I mean, it's just acting. It's just like a play. I'm overcompensating and undercompensating these days. I've lost my touch. I was on it for a minute.
Some of the things we've done makes no sense.
Yeah. This movie is so popular. It had to have made money. I'm gonna say it made it back. Let's say 12 million opening weekend.
13.
Yep. Then worldwide, I think it only probably blew up from there. So let's say it made 78 million.
Damn, bro. 76.5.
Holy shit.
That's the worldwide. US was 38.8.
Yeah, okay. I was guessing worldwide anyway.
Yeah, I thought because you said worldwide. So yeah, a very successful movie.
Yeah. I did not look that up.
It made its money back opening weekend. The only notable movie it opened directly against, you didn't even need this because you did such a good job on it, but was Analyze This with Robert De Niro and Billy Crystal.
Yeah, I love. Oh man,
forgot about that movie.
Yeah, and then Analyze That.
Yeah,
it's weird because I have a hard time wanting to pick comedies.
Yeah,
because then it just turns into us sitting here retelling like the joke.
Yeah,
it's like most of the time they don't really have a ton of plots, but there's some good comedies that we could definitely get onto. So I think now we can just go ahead and start talking about this movie.
Like I said, them kids be fucking.
Yeah, I had to keep reminding myself because I watched this movie at like 7:30 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, same here.
And I was just like, these are supposed to be like 16 and 17-year-olds.
I'm pretty sure Cecile is supposed to be an incoming freshman,
Yeah.
which is gross.
Yeah. It's just like, this is supposed to be so sexy. And I'm like, now I'm an adult. Now, when I was watching this, I was a kid and they were older than me. So it's
Thank
just
God
like,
the actors are all like 20.
yeah, but it's just like, yeah, it's this weird thing where it's just like, you guys are like in your 20s playing 15-year-olds
Yeah.
doing it. Because like Catherine, she's like on coke. She's a cokehead.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Snorting coke out of the Jesus piece is kind of legendary.
it is pretty legendary. That Loki wanted one of those sorts of things for myself. But it was just like at Catholic schools, insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's be a lot of, what's his name has a reputation. That's another movie. I did not bother to learn their names. I should probably.
Ryan Phillippe's character?
Yeah, Ryan Phillippe.
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Yeah.
He plays that character very well.
He does. He is, I think nowadays, he would be like the prototypical. He's maybe not as swole, but I think he has all the mental manipulation of like a red pill guy, like no love for women, just pure manipulation, lying. Like, yeah, if you get any, like even at the beginning of the movie, one woman's screaming at, like, he goes to the Swifty Curse is hilarious, by the way. I love that they have two of like the women that play like pretentious older white women from the 90s in the same movie. And he just goes from, this woman's yelling at me, don't care, just put pictures of your daughter nude on the internet. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm going to take you out and do the exact same thing to you.
Clarissa.
It's pretty, when you think about the implications, this guy is an absolute fucking menace.
I'm so glad that he dies. Like, I was like, why are we having a redemption arc for this piece of shit?
He's so evil.
Like, you fell in love with one girl after victimizing dozens. By the time you're even 18, yeah, you should be dead.
They show that whole book. It's really funny that like his notebook, it's supposedly full of stuff, but then they only ever show 2 pages.
Yeah.
It's just like the 3 girls in this movie.
I wasn't, they do a really good job of making you, right off the first shot of the movie, want to know what that book is.
Yeah.
Cemetery flyover onto the Jag and then into the book. I'm like, what's the book? So I did like that.
Yeah. I will say, sorry, America. Oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar is my stepsister. Nah, bro.
I think the step siblingness of this movie was probably way creepier in 1999.
Was it?
And now it's so normalized.
Yeah, I think this is part of the reason why it's normalized.
Doing step, bro.
Yeah, exactly like this.
I'm stuck.
Have you seen this movie, Mace?
No.
This is just like,
this is why that genre exists.
yeah. It's just, so the premise of this movie is that there's these 2 siblings, and they live in this Upper East Side apartment
with nothing but loose ends. Yep.
pretty much. And so, they're bored as rich people are. So like, how do we spice up our lives? They're like, oh, we can ruin other people's lives. So the sister got left by her boyfriend. It's really funny. They show her getting head and dude passes out, and she's like, yeah, she decided to go date some like normie. And she's pissed. So she wants to ruin his life, but she can't ruin his life because it'll trace back to her. So she wants to ruin the life of the girl that he's now seeing. And then he is like, oh, like, I want to.
He's like, I want a challenge. And I found this girl who's going to go to our school who wrote a manifesto in 17 magazine about why she's going to stay a virgin.
Yeah.
And so they make a bet. If he bangs that character by the time school starts, then he gets to bang his stepsister too.
And she says, put it in any hole.
And put it in any hole you want. And if he doesn't bang the girl by the time school starts, then he has to give his sister his 1956 Jaguar Roadster.
Which I think she's on the better ethical side of the bet.
There's no better ethical side of this bet.
Well, I think she's so certain she's going to win.
Yeah.
What makes you think I'd go for that bet? You got yourself a bet, baby.
At the end, I was low-key on her side. I was just kind of like, She was like, I don't fuck losers. I was just like, yeah, this whole thing. So let me get this straight. Unlike other movies from this time, you do convince the girl to fall in love with you. There's almost no consequence. The only consequence there really was that you stopped yourself from doing something bad when you thought it was bad. Then when you got with her, it was actually well-intentioned that it was good. You didn't do anything. She kind of threatened. Her threat was like, okay, well, now that you love her, you're going to fuck her, so you can't fuck me anymore.
Yeah.
And he was just like tearfully like, I need my stepsister. I'm going to break up. It's not even believable. He's just like, he's like tearing up. I feel nothing for
She
you.
threatens his reputation.
You'll not only ruin your reputation, but you'll destroy hers.
Well, what's the reputation?
He blows up his own reputation.
It doesn't, it's such an empty, the reputation is going to be, oh,
He already has a
actually
terrible reputation.
fell in love with a girl. like Sebastian's gone soft.
He has a terrible reputation. That's the entire premise of this character.
I guess when you're 17 or something, yeah, he would have a driver's license. That the one dude, like the gay friend, he's a drug dealer. He seemed to have a shit ton of weed.
Oh yeah.
I guess, yeah, it's really just be like that. You know, I have experience with people who are well-to-do, and they do be doing drugs and they do be fucking. So.
And ruining people's lives.
Not so much that. I always feel like people who are, at least from what I know, people who actually really had money just didn't give a shit about, like, that's the thing. The experience that I know of people that actually kind of have fuck you money, they just don't care. And that's the part that really makes people mad, because you can't actually get them to care. People who are sort of cosplaying, they're the people that are rude because they have to keep up the appearance.
Yeah.
People who actually have means is like, you don't matter to me. You're just like my entertainment until I have real shit to do. Maybe they do that shit amongst each other when they're like competing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We're broke, so
Yeah. I hope someday to understand these problems.
you don't actually. You know, that's the thing about money. It never actually brings you happiness. It just gives you different experiences.
It would be fun to at least meet some of these pieces of shit and
Yeah, I mean,
see how they live.
I don't think you would. I don't think you believe that.
No, that
No.
was awful.
Sometimes it could.
I think if I had money, it'd be one of those things like there would be signs, but you wouldn't know that I had money.
I'm not gonna out. I gotta tell this story specifically because I don't want to out anybody when I tell this story. But this one time I was in this situation and I was with a fuck you money person. Me and Dan were getting a ride somewhere, and rich person's dad is driving all of us to go pick up drugs for them, not us. The entire time we're in this crazy luxury car. I really don't remember what it was, but we're like in a car that's over $1 million. Me and Dan are in the back seat. This girl and her dad are in the front seat. The entire time we're in this car, rich girl is like, I gotta tell this in a way that doesn't out the situation, but rich girl is like, fuck mom, she's such a fucking bitch, she's a fucking slut, and I fucking hate her. And then dad's just like, I guess that's how it is. This entire time she's just berating her mom. I've never seen anything.
Mom's not in the car.
Mom's not in the car. Mom's on the phone. And me and Dan are just a part of this situation. We are not really related to this. And it was just funny to see, like, be in this situation where this person has so much money that they literally could give two shits what we think.
I did the Christine Baranski, who plays Cecile's mom.
Yes.
Sweet. She's a great actress.
Yeah.
She's really good in everything I've ever seen her in. But she's so good at rich white lady.
Yes.
Like the scene where they introduce her and Cecile, and she's in like the koala shirt and
I want to say she was like in a show I used to watch. Like she was like in The Practice or like
she was in The Good Wife.
The Good Wife. I think she was in something else I used to watch in the 90s. So
Could be, yeah. She's on The Grinch.
Yeah.
The Jim Carrey.
it's like her and
Makeup.
what was Melanie Archer or Mallory Archer? I forget her. They were like the two queens.
Wendy Malick? Mallory
No.
Art. She Wendy Malick plays Mallory Art.
Was it Wendy Malick? Yeah. She passed away, right?
Mallory Archer from the show.
Yeah.
Archer, right?
Yeah.
Jessica Walter.
Jessica Walter, yeah. I feel like her and Jessica Walter are like the two best at playing like that snooty New York
Yeah.
fuck you money person's like uppity and persnickety. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. R.I.P. I love Jessica Walter.
Banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10. Lucille Bluth is one of the best comedic roles of all time.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry, I digress. This is like, yeah, even at the beginning when she's introduced.
She's so good at that character. The line I wrote down that made me laugh so hard was "Keep your legs." What? What happens at Jamaica?
Exactly. I wrote, I don't know what that means, but it's crazy.
I'm gonna keep using it. I also know when in the scene where Sebastian first comes home from the shrink and he's like telling Catherine about it, she refers to their parents as the parental units.
Yeah.
And you remember people used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
Like when we were in high school, it was like, oh, the rentals, the parentals,
rentals,
the parental
yeah.
units. It must have come from this.
Yeah. Sarah Michelle Gellar uses the F slur.
Oh, there's a lot of that
Yeah.
in this movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very 90s.
Yeah. And she's like, could he be any more queer? Like half a second later.
Yeah.
I was like, this is such a 90s ass movie.
And then like the next scene is him is like Blair's house, Joshua Jackson's house, the gay friend talking about like he calls someone that I'm not gonna say it on the internet. Nice try. Try to get me to say it for clips. But it like says it to his gay friend and then says, no offense.
Yeah, he's like, none taken.
It's like 99.
Yeah. She's like, I'll fuck your braids out. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll let you put it anywhere. He's like, I'm in.
Yeah. Of course there's a rich white boy named Court.
Yeah. Shut up, Court, bro.
Shout out
Wherever
Court,
you
or
be.
Akshar Ananda, whatever your name is now.
So the initial strategy for Sebastian is isolate her, then neg her, tell her beliefs are bullshit, then gaslight her about your reputation. And I was like, it's a plan that probably works. Him being a white guy with blue eyes and money, that probably works 100% of the time.
Brian Philby is very good looking, especially at like 20 years old or whatever.
Exactly. He has that. He definitely nails the like aloof aesthetic. Like, I know I got it. But then when like the acting is amazing. Every time he switches into like charming mode, the charm is on point. Like you couldn't really write a better person at being that despicably like, because all the characters in the movies, like I've seen people like this in real life where it's just like, it's game.
Yeah.
But you can't stop it anyways.
Right. Yeah. So did you know that he and Reese were actually dating at the time they filmed this?
That makes sense.
And then they got married and they have like 2 kids together or something like that.
I said, why is Sean Patrick Thomas always in the movie about helping white girls and then Juilliard's involved?
Right?
I mean, it's only 2, but like, isn't that weird?
I also want to, like, Roger Cumble, the guy that wrote this, if you're out there, I'm assuming you're a white man. I didn't look it up. But you wrote that this black character is writing an opera about MLK. That was the best you got. Boy.
Boy, if you don't I really love when Cecile's mom is like, so I'll send you back to the hood that you came from. He's like, I'm from 59th and Park.
I got you off the streets, and this is how you repay me?
Got me off the streets? I live at 59th and Park.
That was really good. I love that line. Just like, whatever.
The racism is so funny in this movie. She's like, whatever, when the sister's trying to play the game or whatever, and she's like, I'm not sure if he's a good fit because and she's like, black. She just blurts it out, and she's like, yeah.
Oh man. Like, so Coley came in like halfway through this movie and maybe watched like 20 minutes.
Has she seen it before?
No.
She hasn't seen
She
it?
hasn't seen it.
Oh.
And I was like explaining, I was like, so she's an incoming freshman and he's a scene, like it was like a scene with her and Ryan Phillippe. And she's like, wait, how old is the fucking music teacher? I'm like, he's actually supposed to be like a high school senior. And she's like, come on. I'm like,
Yeah, right, yeah.
Nobody in this looks the age.
Oh,
This is like the
and now that I
I'm glad
think
they don't.
Now that I think about that, it's just actually insane because they don't really say how old he is. And if he is like
Well, they
older,
say he's pre-Juilliard. So I took that to mean like, but he's like in music school, high school.
yeah, but he could definitely be 18.
Yeah. And she's in a, that I kept coming
she's
back
a
to
freshman.
Cecile being an incoming freshman, how gross that is.
Yeah.
Everything they do to that character. My prediction when, like, the first time I saw Cecile on screen, I was like, they're going to drive this girl to kill herself. And I'm actually glad that wasn't
Yeah.
how it ended.
Yeah.
But
She just, yeah, we'll get there. But I also wrote in the, it's like the opening scene, or like when they're introducing their like little between Sebastian. Well, I need to figure out what is her name. What's Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Catherine.
Yeah, between Sebastian and Catherine in this movie, like they're opening like playful banter of them. Like the first scene that you get, Sebastian's like fingering the like piano and like, is this supposed to be like a random Tuesday?
Yeah.
It's like just like
This is
playing.
how most days go for them.
Exactly. He's just like bored. He's just like, I'm just gonna on the piano, dear sister.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene?
The way they talk to each other is
Yeah.
so funny.
She dry humps him to almost climax, and then he's so ready for it, and then she's like,
Come on.
down, boy.
Yeah.
That hurt me.
Oh, she's.
Really makes you freaky, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fully believe that these characters are realistic.
I do too. I think this is
You know my take? Cruel Intentions is actually about the Trump family, and they just left Eric out of it because he's a loser. That's I didn't know I wanted to say it so we could clip it. So
yeah. I heard that Cecile likes Chocolate Man, and that was pretty progressive for this sort of
true.
scene. Yeah.
she was really into the music teacher.
Yeah. And then I also wrote, like, because, like, after this is where we have, like, it's not really a sex scene, but the whole Sebastian walking in on the one dude. So now he has a compromat on them.
Yeah.
And I was just like, these are high school students, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, why does.
Exactly. I was shocked that with how many F-bombs they dropped in this movie, the character named Greg, who was gay, at no point got called Greg the F.
Yeah.
I wrote it in my notes as soon as they said the name Greg. I was like, they're setting this up to use that nickname.
They
They
did.
used it once.
They called him a fudge packer, though.
Yep, they did do that.
So I wrote, what is actually happening here? She's like, yeah, he's annoyed until I wanted to go on a swim with him. Yeah, that whole he plays the loud music to annoy her.
Yeah.
And then he goes in and is like, hey, you want to go on a swim? And she's already like, I know what you're up to. So, like, you're annoying. It's like, yeah, I will go on a swim with you. And then there's so, like, she's not, I guess she's also, like, I guess she's 16 or she's 15. I don't know how old she's supposed to be. Because I guess when you look at it from, like, when you're young, you're dumb and impressionable, I guess some of this stuff might work.
It does, like, as like creepy and cringy as a lot of it is also like kind of how teenagers behave.
Yeah, I would
So
say high school boys.
if you
are pretty
extrapolate
creepy.
like how all of like my high school experiences were in Add Money, the movie's not unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
upsetting.
It's just, yeah, exactly. It's more upsetting.
Especially now. Like, I feel like if I watched this movie in high school, I would have been like, hell yeah. You know, like, just dumb teenager shit.
I also wrote Greg is down bad. I feel bad. I really feel bad for the people who had to go through the process of someone outing them as a piece of like psychological blackmail, because he literally outs his day one, like they're close childhood friends.
Yeah.
He outs her, betrays her trust.
Yeah.
Then he swears on his mom's grave.
That was pretty sketchy. Yeah, he really fools her.
Yeah.
Pretty well there. I also I forgot to say when you were talking about when they go swimming, I liked that he is like circling her the whole
Yeah.
time like a shark.
I envy you.
No bullshit.
Really?
Seriously.
Yeah, very very symbolic. That was good directing. There's like pretty good directing in the way that like people move around each other in a scene, and also the costuming.
Yeah, I think the movie was shot brilliantly. I honestly think almost everything about this movie was done with intention and done well.
Just gross.
It's just gross.
I don't have any complaints about the plot or any scenes I didn't like. You know, I have no complaints about this movie other than just like feeling grossed out all day since I watched it.
Yeah. Just to go back to that, she's like, I got you off the streets. This is how you repay me. He's like, I live on 59th and Park. Don't give me that racism stuff. Me and my husband gave money to Colin Powell. That's hilarious.
So good.
It's so funny. I wrote that down too. I also kind of wrote that Catherine has a monologue and she is kind of spinning, but she's also evil. So it undercuts her point where she's like going off about like, you're a guy, you can have sex as much as you want. No one gives a shit. Nobody bats an eye, but let one girl be confident and enjoy sex and the whole world loses their mind. Which is like, yes, but then you're
also evil.
Yeah. I don't think, because like, as you see from Cecile's, I mean, I don't know if she actually ends up getting like, her life gets ruined or her reputation. I don't think anyone's does, but it's like Cecile just like, Cecile gets slutted out really quick.
Yeah,
she goes from just like not like being like this is weird to like I want sex all the time from a guy who doesn't even. Yeah. And it's like really weird because it's like all of this is to get with the one dude, but then he's fucking.
Yeah, but he's fucking her too.
Yeah, it's just.
And I wanted there to be more conflict on Cecile's behalf.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like she got screwed over a bunch of times and then was like, okay, you know, like, distributes the journal that she's in.
Yeah.
And, like, smirks at Catherine and she blames Catherine. But, like, isn't ashamed. Like, maybe that's good. Maybe Cecile, she found...
Reclaimed.
Yeah. She like some power, but... I
guess she's like, oh, I know that she was doing this to ruin my reputation, but now you're going to jail for coke possession. But they're rich. There's going to be no
there's no consequences at all.
I wrote when
her dad like finds the coke and
and then they're like taking it off. I was just like, you guys are going to go cover this shit up, 100%. And her family is going to write a donation.
Who distributes that journal, you're going to sue.
Yeah,
like. She'll be
going to be exactly. She's going to be perfectly fine. She'll be like,
that's going to be the president.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
It was also really funny when Sebastian's face the entire time when his aunt's like, "Oh, you guys can go volunteer in Fort me." This entire time there, I thought it was kind of cute that he tricked the old woman into believing they played backgammon and she won. Backgammon. It's backgammon in the hood, but. I thought it was kind of cute, but it was also just like his face the entire time. He's like, I would rather be dead to do something for somebody else. He's such a fucking shitty guy. He's just like, even when he finally gets her, there's really no redeeming qualities other than.
That's why I was glad he was dead.
Yeah.
Like, what are we supposed? Because he fell in love with one girl, we're supposed to be like, oh no, what a waste. Like, no, fuck it. This guy should be dead. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, I feel bad for Cecile, and I feel bad for whatever Reese Witherspoon's character was.
It was Don Jr., so.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that guy. It just, I don't know.
I feel like actually saying that I think Sebastian, I don't want to say cool, but like, I don't want to say this. I think if I had to be in a room and play poker with the Trumps, or Sebastian and Joshua and Joseph, I'd probably pick them. Can you imagine what the Trumps must have been like in high school? I don't want to.
Saying that those characters are the Trumps is giving too much credit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For, like, being that smart and calculating and relevant. I'm sure that they were just pieces of shit that like partied. Yeah. That was it.
Sebastian's not cool. I feel like I can't say that he's cool, but he's got a je ne sais quoi. He's charming. That's it. He's like I hate to say it, but I identified with that because I can be really charming in like a very shit-eating grin sort of way where people know that I'm laying on the charm, but it's just like,
but it works.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
That's just one of my. There's
At least you weren't a sociopathic sex addict at 16 or whatever.
you don't know that.
I wasn't there. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt for the internet, but no, fuck that.
Yeah,
Ugie was Sebastian, 100%.
that's fine. The internet-
There's an air of ambiguity.
yeah, the internet isn't forever. So,
What could go wrong?
I wrote down here when he's talking to whatever Reese Witherspoon's character, and she's like, "It's because I don't trust myself with you." And I've literally heard that from multiple. I've heard that line from multiple people. I'm not sure if they were stealing it from this movie, but charming shit and grin motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, here I am spending more money on a podcast because Ugie smiled at me.
Yeah. I also he wrote down, "You're gonna have to spend the rest of your life knowing that you turned your back on love." And I wrote, "Damn, that is some high level 1500 ELO manipulation that I couldn't even imagine saying."
I know.
And I'm
right?
just at the cusp of saying that I respect it, but it's too far. It's a bit much. I don't think that I could go that far.
It worked though.
It did work. It 100% worked. It was like, how do you gaslight someone and make them feel bad into having sex with you for having morals? And then just like, because this is the implication is like, damn, I did have morals and that's unfair to him. I guess I shouldn't suck your dick.
This is basically American Pie for rich kids.
Yeah, no, because even in American, like, it's only one.
No, this is American Pie for rich kids.
Who's more manipulative, Michelle or Catherine?
Catherine.
Fair. Yeah, that was pretty simple.
That was not a tough one for me.
Yeah, I just think
She's playing lots of games.
yeah,
that are
Catherine's is
interconnected.
hotter, so I let more slide. That's the way toxic misogyny. I'm just like, yo, Sarah Michelle Gellar, yo, you
You direct me through the coals. I don't care.
I was
Stab
watching
me
this,
with a wooden stake.
I watched this movie early in the morning, and when she was like, you could put it anywhere, I was just like, yeah.
Ugie would have folded. Anyone would have folded.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
But then I remembered that she was playing like
A
a
16-year-old.
high school version, and I was just like, being an adult watching this instead of being a child, like the first time I watched this, was one of those movies that I probably shouldn't have watched when I was a kid, but I did.
Yeah.
And I was just like, painted my life in a certain way. But I watched this movie, I want to say I watched it like a year or two ago, and I was like, this isn't what I remembered it being.
Yeah.
Because you're an adult now and you're just like, oh yeah, this is all gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very gross.
Because there's like no like moral, there's no goodness that's really out of it. It's like the twist or the get back at the end. This is a very much like a Game of Thrones, like everyone's shitty.
Yeah.
Like even the people, like I don't want to. Well, it's hard because like the girls that were victims, it's like, were they shitty? No.
Yeah. So like Cecile doesn't do
She
anything.
didn't do anything. She's just a young girl that likes sex.
Reese doesn't do anything wrong except for give up on her morals for
I mean, that's pretty wrong.
she loved.
I don't mean that like from like anybody can lose sight of their morals, but I think from a moral hero perspective, that's a failing. Like,
Sure, yeah.
From a movie perspective, like
But it's harmless because she only fails herself.
Yes.
And then gets posthumous justice for the guy that she loved.
yes, so that's the thing. Sebastian gets memorialized as if he's like this good guy,
Yeah.
and everyone's just like, "Oh no, it's just like, yeah, it's." She's like driving.
Yeah, fuck that.
Why is she driving his Jaguar?
I'm so glad he died.
How did she get his Jaguar?
And his sunglasses.
Why?
I presume Catherine would have just taken the Jag as soon as he was dead anyway. It's not like she cares.
She's not going to jail for having like a little bit of coke.
No. Nothing bad is going to happen
Yeah.
to her. Very well written, though. Like I
Yeah.
said, the dialogue is great. The way they talk to each other is really amusing. One of my favorite lines that I jotted down is email is for geeks and pedophiles.
Yeah, I wrote that down
I
too.
like that one a
I
lot.
also wrote down like, yeah, like again going back to like the compromat that his sister has on Sebastian's. It's like, okay, well her dad's gonna find out. So the fuck what?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so like,
Teenagers get in trouble all the time.
yeah, like I think when we were all kids, that was like a fear. Like, what if you get caught having sex?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Fucking absolutely not.
Nothing.
Like, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Nothing.
Some
And you
of
think
these
someone as
relationships-
smart and rich as them would know?
Yeah, some of these felt illegal.
Yeah.
Like Ronald and Cecile might have been illegal.
Yeah. Of course they.
Of course, the black guy. Yeah. I really love the when Sarah Michelle Gellar has that rant where she called herself the Marsha fucking Brady of the Upper East Side, and that was a really good line.
Yeah. I already talked about it, but I was just like, when Sebastian's literally crying and he's like, I feel nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, baby, no.
Yeah.
you can't cry and say
I know your therapist was really bad, but
that was funny. I like that he got back at his therapist because she was overcharging.
I know, and that's the only reason he did it.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. And it was Tara Reid. She seemed kind of
Yeah, that was great.
that was kind of funny.
Like we were saying, there were only 2 black characters in this movie. One of them wrote an opera about MLK, and the other one is a nurse.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on.
Yeah. And she was like a very like, oh, come on, baby. Come on. Oh, you're so good. You're so good with that old little and your mama come give you some pancakes after this. We all fix it, right?
It's just Big Mama.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right. Jeez, calm down, all right?
Yeah.
There are other stereotypes.
Even I clocked that one.
Yeah, I was like, all right. Well,
I liked when Cecile is telling Catherine what happened between her and Sebastian, like when he goes down on her, and you can't really hear it, but the captions, I had the captions turned on, and she says he started writing the alphabet, but he wrote it with his tongue.
yeah.
Like, note to self.
That's the thing, bro. You not like read the Kama Sutra or anything?
No, should I?
I would actually think that's like, I'll tell you later. I don't think that's like the best. That's not the best technique. There's better techniques.
Cool.
Yeah, I got
Subscribe to Patreon
I got-
for the follow.
I got hidden tongue jutsus.
Okay.
I got you. The other thing that I thought was super disrespectful. Remember when, like, presumably now that Cecile is like a sex addict now, and she's on Sebastian's bed, he just pushes her up. And she's just like, "Don't you want to?" And he's like, "I want to take the call. This is quiet time." Yeah. So he gets off, and she's just like, she's like, "Fucking food."
That flip quick.
Yes, exactly. I was like, "Yo, he turned her the fuck out."
Yeah.
That was crazy. This movie is something.
I had a note. I already hated Sebastian by the time this happened, but like right before he gets hit by the car, he's just walking in the middle of the bike lane. What a rich kid thing to do. Like if you're like, you know what my dad is?
So I mean, like, I don't know. There's not a ton to talk more about this movie. I wrote,
Sweet Symphony for the outro song.
yeah,
1990.
beautiful. I had a Better Off Dead. Okay. And I wrote that, what's the black guy's character's name again?
Ronald.
Yeah. I was like, it would have been a better ending to the movie if the police just pulled out guns and shot Ronald.
Pushing Sebastian in front of the car.
Yeah. And the movie just turns into a comedy at the very end. It's just like, it's the black guy's fault. Don't worry. Your money has insulated you guys.
Yeah.
At least that would have been real. Because in reality,
That's what would happen. Yeah.
everybody around there would have seen Ronald come up on this guy, start fighting him. He was like, yo, I'm not really trying to fight.
Yeah.
And then it ends with him getting hit by a car.
Damn good point. Actually, I forgot the third black character of the movie shows up, who's one of the guys
Yeah, when we said
who
that,
stands over him as he's dying.
There's two non-extra black people still in Robin Wayne's world.
Right? True.
Every movie
I
has
also-
more black people in Wayne's world.
Legitimately did not know Ryan Phillippe's name. Like, I know that name mostly because of Action Bronson.
Mm-hmm.
Heard you fuck Ryan Phillippe at One Oak. My man seen you both at the Sunoco, kissing and touching. Lion say that he was your cousin. Should have known when you rolled on me.
Nice.
I did an Ugie.
You did a Kev. That's you, baby.
No, arbitrary rap. That's like
This isn't
some tangentially related to the podcast. That's
This
Ugie.
is that's this podcast. That's what we do here. If you didn't know,
And I got it wrong.
don't matter.
Stole money. Bitch called the cops and rolled on me. lay on the motherfucking beach on the planet and crush linen-colored salmon. We examine my life and make sure I'm never dumb again. But first, slide your panties to the side, girl. I'm coming in.
Damn.
Love that song.
Yeah, this is like Action Bronson. Yeah, I'm frying up some scallops while I drive this car. You know, I'm eating fettuccine Alfredo with my boy Alfredo. He's getting shot like Fredo. 2 taps. I'm tap dancing on you fools. Last time I was back and eating lasagna, parmesan. But I don't know.
By the pools.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so ridiculous.
That was probably a terrible Action Bronson impression, but whatever.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. It's just like loose rhymes really loudly over similarly loose beats.
Yeah, I think the last note that I just kind of... It is also pretty gross that he coerces her into the oral that first time.
Yeah.
Because she's drunk, too. He
Yeah.
gives her Long Island's.
It's really gross.
Yeah,
And
when
like,
you keep thinking that she's 14, 15...
yeah. And like when she
I guess he's also that age.
when she tells Catherine about it, she's obviously upset and regretful. But then Catherine is like, "It's all good," and then she's like, "Oh, okay."
She's like, "Oh," he's like, did he force himself on you? No. Did he make you give him head? She's like, "No." Which is like,
"Oh, well, you
so
had an orgasm.
Yeah,
It's all good."
and she's like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Yeah, and then she's just like, "Okay, well, this is my life now.
Yeah, this.
Boy, here I go killing again."
Yeah, I don't think that this movie was written very. Yeah, in the terms of the blank check aging score, it probably gets $1,000 on the blank check. No, I'll say 10,000. $10,000 on the blank check. It's not completely crazy, but written irresponsibly, but from a pure aesthetic perspective, very beautiful movie.
Yeah, really cool directing. Like I
Yeah.
said, the costuming was super cool. How like they always have Sebastian and Catherine in dark tones, like the evil characters. Cecile's in red, like for most of her key scenes before the temptation.
Yeah.
And
Are we just old though now? Maybe we're just unk. Because I feel like,
Porque no los dos.
yeah, I think I've had this whole perspective of this is pretty gross, but I guess, you know, when you're 15 and you watch a movie about sexuality, about people who are 15, then
It's
you're
the
like,
same with American Pie.
yeah, so it's like, well, this is kind of what we're going through. Now as an adult, it feels that way, but 15-year-old me would have been like, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like, I have to imagine that the 18th century novel that this was based on was not about teenagers.
It probably
I mean, maybe
was.
it was. Everyone only
because
everyone
people
died at
start
40,
having
so.
sex, yeah.
You're like 9
in their
when you got
12 and
kids.
shit, yeah.
So maybe it was accurate, I guess. But
Yeah, but relatively speaking now.
yeah. Dangerous Liaisons was like the more popular version of this in, I think, 88, the one with Glenn Close and John Malkovich.
I wrote that this movie had 2 sequels.
I forgot. And in the TV
Yeah,
series.
it had one reimagination.
They came out the Cruel Intentions 2 was like the following year. They like shot it right out.
And then I had 0 will to see any of that.
Yeah, I agree. This wasn't
Still
Yeah.
watch Buffy.
Yeah, I'll just watch
Totally.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, man, I would watch Selma Blair. I would pretty much. She had that whole sort of brunette kind of weirdo.
Alt
I like.
kind of energy.
Yeah, she's not super alt, but I like.
Well, like for the
weirdos.
90s.
Yeah,
that
I just
kind
like
of
weirdos. I like
future.
girls that are comfortable being kind of not stupid, but like derpy.
Do I have it right that she was the one in that movie who she's like giving a guy a head and gets his dick ring stuck in her
Yes.
throat?
So, funnily enough, that's the sweetest thing. It's one of my favorite movies. I kind of wanted to do that one, but
That's the only scene from that movie that
Yeah.
I've seen.
it's a comedy, and it would be like doing the inverse of this movie, where it's just like there's not a ton of actual plot to talk about. It's another one of those movies that's kind of vignette-y, where it's just like there's scene, and they're all kind of loosely connected to the overall plot, but the movie doesn't have a ton of overall plot. It's just some girl falls in love with a guy and tracks him down. Is the whole movie is like really 15 minutes. But some of the scenes are so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like they sing Aerosmith to get it out.
Yeah. But yeah, Selma Blair. She is. Everyone in this is gorgeous. Every
Yeah.
single person in this movie. The aunt is also a dumbass. Like she doesn't know Sebastian's a piece of shit. Yeah, right.
She probably does, but I mean, what aunt and uncle aren't proud of?
That's true.
You're always
You don't have
proud
to
of-
care as how you're
Exactly.
exactly.
She's
Just
like,
happy
yeah.
to see them when they stop.
She's like these dumb debutantes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, I remember when I was 15.
Yeah. Auntie probably got up to some shenanigans.
Yeah.
How do you think they got all that money?
I know Selma Blair in Hellboy.
Yep.
Liz?
She was in Hellboy. Well, anything else you wanted to cover? I'm sure there's themes, tropes, and symbols that I didn't think about at all. I mean, I guess we talked him circling her like a shark.
Yeah, so did none of this movie really make any sense?
No. The actual victims don't get justice. They only get revenge. And they're like all happy about it.
Yeah.
That's what we're like. Dude's dead. And Reese is still just driving around in his car smiling.
Yeah.
Like what? Even she's happy he's dead.
So, okay. If Carl, I don't remember his name, black guy.
Ronald.
If Ronald is, let's say Ronald's 14 or 15, is it plausible, since I don't believe any other characters are in the same movie and it's in the same state, that Ronald then gets
Save the Last Dance is a sequel to this film.
kicked out.
He has
Yeah,
to go to the inner city.
Yeah. His family moved. They're so
That's why he's
embarrassed
so set on getting her into Juilliard because of his lost
to
dream.
get back.
Damn. All right. You heard it here. Kevin Ugie first.
Let's
Save the Last
have it
Dance is
now.
a sequel to Cruel Intentions.
Yeah. Hell yeah. We did it. Hollywood, give us all the monies. We got better ideas than you. I mean, hey, okay, what if there's a new Iron Man, but this time Iron Man is actually Spider-Man, but then Iron Man comes back, and then it's just like, they use time, but instead of RDJ, because like RDJ is now a new guy, is like another Iron Man. $50 trillion.
Got it. I'd watch that.
One, two. My name is Bugo, and I'd like to say that Cruel Intention, isn't that okay? You shouldn't make movies of kids having sex. Instead, you should film a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Arr. Let's also cut that.
No, that's going on the internet.
I'm not on the internet.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. My favorite dinosaur. Oh, I like that so much. Okay, that's my new ringtone. Well, this has been another Black and White Cinema podcast from the Creative Block in Seattle. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Let us know what you think of Cruel Intentions. There's a lot that we didn't get into, mostly because this movie's really fucking uncomfortable for me, and I'm ready to be done talking about it. But let us know what you thought. Leave us movie suggestions in the comments. Let us know what you think about Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Like, subscribe, comment, follow, please. Helps us out. Hit the bell. I know you're tired of hearing it. I just kind of blaze over when people say this, but it really helps. Hit the like button. You can connect with us however you like at allmylinks.com/kev-n-ugie. Thank you to the actual friends of the podcast, Mark and Maceo, the Creative Block. Natasha, thank you for editing. Megan and Alec, thank you for our logos. And a big thank you to all of our Patreon members for your support. Lisa, Eric, Philip, Brian, Ben, John, and Evan. We will see you next time. Take care. Revolution. Take care.
What do you call oddly shaped bread?
All these shaped bread.
Weirdo.
Oh, but